Hello guys, welcome to my channel AnByCo. Today we'll go through what are lookup functions in Excel. We'll go through Vlookup, Hlookup, index, match, choose, and index match put together. Index match is one of the important formulas which is alternate to Vlookup. Vlookup has some disadvantages, so that is the reason we'll use index match to get a desired result. So let's start with Vlookup. So I have some data, and this is one Amazon seller's data where he has order IDs with respect to that order ID, which to which city the order needs to be shipped and what state it belongs to. So there are some 4,300 change order IDs. We took some random data just to understand how this works. And let's say our task is given an order ID. I want to know what city it is going and to what state it is going. So what I'll do is this is one order ID which is ending with 6723. We don't know where it is here at the moment, so we'll try to get ship to city with using Vlookup formula. So I'll do is equals to Vlookup of that particular order ID, comma, and use I'll use the entire data set. Only thing is my the array has to start with the order ID because my search is with respect to order ID. If my search is with respect to ship to city, my Vlookup will start from ship to city. So the main important part in Vlookup is whatever you're searching with, that has to be the first column in the Vlookup. That's one of the most important point. So my total array will be ship to city and ship to city, the entire data set basically. So this comma and column index number. I am trying to get ship to city. So this is first column, which is my order ID. This is second column, and this is third column. So I'll do 2, comma 0. Either I can do 0 or false. The thing is, if it is false or 0, this will give you the exact match. If you give 1 or true, it will give the approximate match. In this scenario, we are not looking for any approximate match. We want the exact match because we know that order ID exists in this data. So I'll close the bracket, enter. So this particular order ID is going to Vasco da Gama. So let me check this. I'll do Control C, Control F, and then I'll type this and I'll see if this is really going to Vasco da Gama. Yes, here it is, which is in the 10th row. It is going to Vasco da Gama and it is going to Goa. So let me get the state as well. So is equals to Vlookup of this particular order ID, comma, and my array is again same. I'll start with order ID, end with ship to state, entire dataset, comma. This time it is 3, comma 0. So this is Goa. This is how you use Vlookup. There's another way how to use Vlookup. Let's say I have I'll take some random order ID. I'll paste it here. Instead of using the entire array every time, I know my data range ranges from first cell to 4337. So I can name this range. I select the entire range. I'll go to the name box. I'll say my range or my data. Okay. After this, I'll use Vlookup now. Is equals to Vlookup of this order ID, comma. I'll search this instead of searching this entire array. What I'll do is I'll just say my underscore data, comma, and I'm getting second column, right? Second column, comma 0. Even this is fine, right? Again I'll do is Vlookup of this, comma, my data, comma 3, comma 0. This is fine, right? So this is how you use Vlookup. There are two ways you can get it: using the entire array or using the name ranges. These are called name ranges. If you want to see what is my name range, you have to type Alt IND, or you can go to data, advanced, not advanced, Okay, formulas, name manager. If you go here, you will see my data. When you click on this and you click on this icon, you will see what range it is. If it is dynamic, you can also make changes to it. Okay, this is how you give name ranges and then use for VLOOKUP. If your data is very dynamic, I suggest you to use name ranges. So that's how that is what about VLOOKUP. We'll go to Hlookup. It is very much similar. Yeah, by the way, VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup and Hlookup stands for horizontal lookup. The same data, if we have in a horizontal format, let's say order ID is, every order ID is in one row, each and every city is in one row, you know, you're getting right. These are column headers and these are the data. And similarly, if you want given an order ID, if you want city and state, you cannot get using this VLOOKUP. So we have to use Hlookup for that. So what I'll do is I'll pick up a random order ID. I'll paste it here. Then we'll see how Hlookup works. Is equals to Hlookup open. I'll say this is what I'm searching for, this order ID, comma. My entire table array becomes this again. Okay, starting from order ID towards the end of the data, complete data, comma 2, comma 0. It is very much same, just that again it has to start with order ID again. You're getting second argument, which is city, third argument is state. Again I'll use Hlookup. Hlookup of this. Again I'll use same. This time I'll say 3, comma 0. Okay, so we don't, I mean, it's very quite unoften. I mean, it's not very much, we don't get data like this quite often. Every time we'll get data like this only, but sometimes what happens is there might be chances here. What people generally do is, instead when they receive data like this, they paste it in a transpose way. They copy it, they go to paste special, paste special, and if you see, once you click on paste special, you will see this window. In this window, without disturbing in paste and operation, you have to click on this transpose. You have to check this box. Once you check this box and click on OK, you will see data like this again. So again, you can use VLOOKUP from here again, which is very similar to our previous data. Actually, I copied the same like this to explain you how Hlookup works. So I'll clear this data. Now we'll see what match is. Let's come to match. What match function does is, for a given lookup value, it will give you the row value. For example, this is the order ID. Okay, and what match does is, I'll just type match here, is equals to match of lookup value, which is my order ID, and lookup array should be your only order ID column. Okay, comma 0, because I'm looking for the exact match. 3757. If you go to A 3757, you will see the order ID here, which is, I'll just copy to make sure. I'll double check. I'll keep it here, and I'll do is equals to of this, to just see how, I mean, whether if it is correct or not. That means it is correct. So for a given value, it will give you the row number. Actually, match will have edge over VLOOKUP when you embed it with index. Like I said in the beginning, we'll see how to embed it within an index. So now let's come to index. What index does is, for a given row value and then column value, it will give you the cell value. For example, is equals to index of array. This is my entire array, order ID, ships to city and ship to state, comma row number. What should be my row number? Let's say 10, comma column is 3. So for the 10th row and third column, what is my, this is for 10th row and third column, this is Goa. So I got Goa here. So you may not see direct benefits of using index and matches, but when you use it, when you embed them, when you combine both together, you will see a lot of advantages. So that's how index is used. Now let's come to choose. What choose does is, for example, if you want choose of I want second item from A, B, C. Just imagine this, we have a list of items like this, enclosed in double quotes separated by commas, and you want second item which is B. You can do this, you'll get B. Else, I mean, you can also do this. For example, you want 1, 2, 3 is equals to choose of index number. I'll use this number, okay, comma A, B, C, D. You're getting that, right? So if you want to get that particular indexed value in a list, you can get that using choose. Now let's come to the most important one, which is index match. Now for a given order ID, I want to get ship to city and ships to state, like what we did in Vlookup. Now, but the change is the order ID is not in the first column. Now with respect to this order ID, I have to get ship to city and ship to state. So let's pick up one order ID. I'll pick this, I'll paste it here. Now you cannot get using this Vlookup. Now I cannot do this Vlookup, and I cannot do this, like I cannot do -1, 0. This won't work. Only thing I can do is, let me get match first. Match of lookup value. Just let's follow me on this. Let's not get confused. Lookup value, comma, lookup array, which is my entire column, comma, I need an exact match 0. Okay, so this is in the 19th row. Now let's come to index is equals to index of array, which is my complete array, comma, a row number. So I have the row number ready now, which is 19. So I'll use that 19, comma. Now I want ship to city, which is my first column. So 1, comma, just 1. That's it. There's no 0, or we are not looking for any exact matches here. That's it. We got Mumbai. So what I'll do is, now I'll copy this entire match function. Okay, copy. I'll come to this cell where I'm using this, press F2. Instead of F4, I'll paste that function. Okay, remove this is equals to. Okay, now I got Mumbai. I'll copy this entire function. I'll paste here. Okay, now I can delete this. I told you this separately because we need to understand how match works inside an index. So even if you select this and do F9, you have to select this from starting from match and do F9, you'll get 19, right? So you can also do the same with for ship to state as well. So I'll copy this entire thing, I'll paste it here, and this time we are looking for second column. So I'll do 2. That's it. Maharashtra. So the only problem with Vlookup is the column with what you're searching, it has to be on the left side. Now you cannot cut this and paste this here. The interview question will be like this. So this is here, don't use Vlookup, now get me the values. So that's how it is. They will ask you. So this is one important thing that you need to remember. So that's it for this tutorial. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.